can you speak about the recent selection of the Canelo Jacobs judges? I think it was one judge from the first fight of the Canelo Golovkin fight.
Steve Weisfield, Glenn Feldman, and Moretti.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe it's the same panel as the last fight, actually.
Yeah, it's a rematch. Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest with you, they're three outstanding judges, and we're very happy with that selection. I mean, Glenn Feldman is an outstanding judge. Steve Weisfield is an outstanding judge, and so is Moretti. So, although they might have given a score in the first fight that some didn't agree with, I completely 100% trust those guys to do the right thing and make sure Danny Jacobs wins that fight by any means possible. I'm joking. No, I just think they're really good, honest judges, and I stand by that. And after the fight, if there's a controversial decision, I don't have any feeling that anything untoward. I mean, I don't get that feeling anyway. Like, people talk about, oh, boxing's corrupt. It's like, I can tell you, I think I'd know, and it's not. But hometown fighters, big name fighters, do sometimes get the rub of the green. But sometimes it can work the other way. Maybe this is a close fight, and maybe they give it to Danny Jacobs this time around. But I know those three judges are honest people, and I expect them to make the right decision next Saturday.
Just having now experienced the United States boxing platform and scenery, how much do you feel corruption is in play at all? Like, ever?
No. I mean, look, this is a different market. I think you've got more of a PED problem than the UK boxing.
In the United States, there's more of a PED problem.
There's no testing. There's no testing at all. Outside of big fights, as in, the main fights having VADA testing, generally there's no testing. You're completely left to your own devices. So a lot of these kids coming through right now, they don't get tested. So how do we know? Look at Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller signed up for VADA testing. Like, to a program where he knew he was going to get tested every week, maybe every day. And he failed 3 different substances. That was a guy who knew he was being VADA tested. What about if you know you're definitely not? And it's not you might get tested, you might not. It's just you definitely won't get tested. Apart from on the night, which is a complete joke, complete waste of time. So I think, and in the UK, the British Boxing Board of Control has every fighter sign up to UKAD for random testing. You're not going to get as tested as often as you are under the VADA program that we do for big fights, but at least you've got the fear. I mean, hopefully that's enough to deter people. But then Jarrell Miller had the fear, and look what he did. But I just think that going back to corruption, no, I don't. I don't believe in that. I've never seen it. I don't believe it exists. But the PED thing, I think, is a major problem, and I think people have got to act.
Yeah, it's not going to win you any brownie points. It's saying that there's a bigger PEDs
it's just the truth. I'm not here to win brownie points. I'm just telling you the truth. Of course, there's going to be a bigger problem because it's about 10 times the size of the UK. I don't know how much bigger is, but there's no testing. So of course, there's going to be a bigger problem.
Is that something that you plan on changing with your
Trying, but I don't really know what the answer is. It's very expensive. You're talking about $40,000 a fight to get tested properly in the way that you should be tested.
Yeah.
So, well, you can't do that through the whole bill. But we try for every main fight to have VADA testing in place. But every promoter's got to do it. And some fighters don't want to sign up to VADA. Some types, I'm not talking about, I mean, the WBC do a good job, but it's not. Like, I've got a lot of fighters that are with the WBC that are on the VADA list that have never been tested. So the only way to do it really is to pay for what we do on the big fights, which is every week, sometimes twice a day, or 3 times in 2 days. You just don't know. It's the only way. You can't escape. But think of all the fighters in the US. How many are being tested? I don't know, 10%?
Yeah.
Like, it's frightening.